Hey everyone, it's Karen Roberts here. How are you? Hope things are going well. I've been getting so many questions from my clients. What does the presidential election mean to the stock market? So I thought I would take to the airs and talk to you a little bit. Whew, it's been a tough presidential election, right? The one thing that I can tell you is the market doesn't normally like uncertainty, and there's so much uncertainty going on between the presidential election and COVID. Who knows what's going to happen? But I want to take you back on history. First of all, in 2016, when the news station started to announce that Trump was taking the lead in the elections, the stock market futures went down 5% overnight, which is huge. So the stock market really reacted to Trump winning the election. But when trading opened on the next day, it closed that day up 1%. So it was a 6% swing in the stock market. I don't have a clear crystal ball, but I did want to share with you some other statistics. Let's take a look at what does the stock market do in presidential elections and depending upon who gets in. So it's not just the president that we're voting for, remember, it's the Senate and the House. Remember, the House gets voted in every 2 years. So this is the Senate, the House, and the president. When we have a unified Republican, which means a Republican president and both houses are Republican, 14.5% annual return on the stock market. When we have a Democrat with both houses Democrat, 14.5%. Funny how that works, right? Republican versus Democrat, dead even. When it's divided with a Republican president, we drop to 7%. And when it's divided with a Democratic president, we jump up to 16%. Now, what's going to happen again? Who knows? Because I don't have a crystal ball. But I did want to show you this chart. This chart takes us from January of 1926 all the way through December of 2019. What do you notice most about this chart? Because this is what I notice. Doesn't really matter whether it was a red or a blue president. What does the market do? It goes up. What has the market done over time? It has gone up. Are there definitely downturns in the market? Of course there are, because nothing can go straight up. We always are going to have some drops. What does this chart represent to me? I mean, on a personal basis, you may care whether it's Joe Biden or Donald Trump as your president, but in terms of the stock market, it doesn't really care whether it's Republican or Democrat. It just keeps going. Yes, there's going to be some downturns. Yes, the market doesn't like uncertainty. Yes, we're in an uncertain election and an uncertain time with COVID and the pandemic. All of that is going to affect the market. And if you've ever talked to me, I always say we can only control what we control. Better to be in the market than out, because if you're out, you can't win. So it's better to be in, and it's better to be properly diversified depending upon your ultimate goals, right? What are your ultimate goals? That's what it all boils down to. Because if your ultimate goals are to retire in 20 years, that's a different allocation than if you're retiring in 2 years or if you're already retired pulling money. So please make sure you've met with your financial advisor. And if you haven't, come meet with me. I would love to chat more about this with you. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to call the office. I just really wanted to put this out with all of the chaos going on. And please remember, it's a president. It's not anything more than just a president. So be kind to your neighbors, wear your masks, protect yourself, be safe, and let's have a great election. Thanks, everyone.